I realized that there's a little bit more that I didn't say about Yu Nu Jian, and that is to talk about hungry ghosts. Hungry ghosts. This is a very good hungry, one of many. Okay, one of many. There are a lot of hungry ghost formulas. Most of them are right wrist, because hungry ghosts are a right wrist phenomenon. So they're either going to be earth, metal, or the type of fire that's on the right wrist. Because they all have, it's the right wrist that has to do with bonding with the material world. And possibly getting a little caught in what really does belong to us and what doesn't. When I say hungry ghosts, somebody with a Buddhist scholarly background may be able to define it more clearly than I can. My way of, I'm going to give it and then say, correct it if there's something better. So that basically, at least in the case of this, what we're having is mostly experiences we didn't have that we're now clinging to. That the absence of an experience becomes an attachment. The mother's love I didn't have. The lover who wasn't there. Something is unsatisfied. Something wanted to have a material experience and did not have that material experience, and it can't let it go. So it's not alive, but it's sort of undead. It's a hungry ghost. It's a continuous wanting for something that it didn't have in the past. And what are you going to do about something that didn't happen when you were 6? How's that?
That's good. And it's also like, in the imagery of it, there's like this person with a teeny tiny mouth and huge eyes, and there's food everywhere, and they cannot get it in. Their hunger is just insatiable because their mouth is so tiny, and if it's really bad, flames come out of their mouth and the food is burned before it even reaches.
Sounds a lot like this formula, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does, yeah.
Yeah, I want it all. I'm not capable of satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly.
And I incinerate it even as I get close to it and try to grasp it. Absolutely. So yes, that's a great image for this formula. A person whose mouth is tiny, whose eyes are huge, can't get the food in, and maybe actually having flames coming out of their mouth. Yeah. It is a sense of deprivation that gives rise to exactly this energetic configuration. How we relate to our needs that have not been met has tremendous consequences. An unmet need can become a hungry ghost and essentially make your eyes big and your mouth small for the rest of your life. My mother was not there for me when I was 5 years old, and I didn't have a mother's guidance, and so as a result, for the rest of my life, I'm looking for mother energy but can't receive it because I needed it then. I have a 5-year-old's mouth in the past. There's nothing that anyone can give you now that ever quite satisfies the desire for what you didn't get then. And yet we've got big eyes, hungry eyes, searching and searching and searching the material world in order to have a particular experience that we're incapable of actually satisfyingly having. There are a lot of eating disorders that are trying to cope with some kind of feeling of I need something, 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 and no amount of Twinkies can touch that. The hunger grows and grows and grows, and the satisfaction, there is no satisfaction in eating all this, because that's not what it is. And yet the hunger is completely unrooting me. I'm not walking my destiny path or following the nature of my true desire. What do I want right now? What is my next step? in walking my destiny path? I don't know, I need something, I need something, I need something, I need something that can't be satisfied. A lot of sexuality is this too. There are people with a relentless sexual, it's a funny thing calling something an addiction when I'm not sure it's actually an addiction in the sense of a physiological condition of dependency created on something. There are a lot of people who call themselves sex addicts. I'm not sure addict is quite the right word. I'd rather call them sexual hungry ghosts. There's a compulsion there. There's a need for, I need something, I want something, it's so important, it's got something to do with my soul, it's going to touch me very deeply and be very intense, and I want it, and it unroots me, and I search for this experience of my soul being engaged or touched in this way, and I can't stop because I need it. There's a lot of sexuality that's actually earth sexuality. It's a kind of hunger. It's not really about wanting to meet and mingle with the other and entrain and entwine souls for the sake of a new creation, be it a physical baby new creation or what comes out of the three space in us. There's a lot of sexuality that's actually a kind of predatory tiger-like hunger. I'm going to devour you. And it can be very exciting briefly to be on the receiving end of that. Wow, they really want me. But in the long run, you feel taken in a way that doesn't actually feel like a really good deal after you finish being flattered by the onslaught. It's a whole earth. I want, there's an emptiness in me, I have to fill it, it's huge, it's compulsive, it grabs, it takes, and it doesn't hit the spot. I think I probably have said that clearly enough, and this is a very good formula for that also. We have unmet needs. That happens. In the presence of our own unmet needs, we can go into sense of deprivation and subsequently create enormous drama over our unmet needs. That will place us well on the road to becoming this formula. I didn't get what I need! Oh my God, I didn't get what I need! Help, I didn't get what I need! And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And actually physically more and more desperate. The very drama over not getting what I need puts my body into a worse and worse shape and digs me a deeper and deeper trench of not being able to actually be satisfied by anything even remotely reasonable. Right? I didn't get what I need. What can anybody offer you now to make up for that, now that it's become this huge drama in our psyche?